There's a famous story where Einstein was given a problem. He liked doing algebra problems like this, and he spent a considerable amount of time working them. I think what happened with Einstein at some point in his career, I guess he accomplished some pretty important things, of course, and then he got to a point in his life where he was sort of relaxing working recreational math problems at the high school level and problems like this. And then he'd often get tricked into not realizing if he just read the problem, he'd realize that it didn't make much sense to begin with. All right? And, I'll look the problem up. I'll try to put in the footnote to this problem so you can see the actual problem I'm thinking of. But I got to look it up. I don't know it now, but I'll change the notes. So what I'm going to tell you is that both A and B are traveling due east. All right? And it says that noon, A is 5 miles ahead. So I'm going to put A here. This is where A is, and this is where B is. And they're both traveling east. I'm just going to say that's the east direction over here. All right? So this is 5 miles over here. All right? So again, A and B are traveling due east at rates. Well, now they give me the rates. So the rate of A is 4.5 miles per hour. And B's rate, well, it's 3.5 miles per hour. And, it goes on to say, how many miles to the east of A's position? Well, I want to point out that means this over here. There's some distance. How many miles due east? Let me read that again. How many miles due east of A's position at noon will he overtake B? Well, let's take a look. Well, I got to be honest with you. Just looking at it, there is no way B would ever catch up to that guy. But what I want to do is write the equation down. So really what I'm going to say is that, by the way, it's going to look a little different than the notes, by the way, but it's really the same story. I'm going to write down A's position at time t is going to be 5 plus 4.5 times t. And B's position at time t, and this is the time past noon, by the way, is going to be 3.5 times t. And I think I can solve that pretty easily. And I'll tell you why. If I did this, it would be 5 equals, I would take 4.5 t from both sides, and what would that give you? It would give you minus t. So what's the answer over there? T would be minus 5, right? T would be minus 5. And, someone says, what does that mean? It means it occurred in the past, all right? It occurred in the past. But now, I got to be honest with you, the problem should be reworded. But did we get the same answer? Well, I got t is minus 5. Let's get the distance down, though. And what's the distance going to be? I think that's what they asked for, right? And that's going to be this over here. And so it's going to be 4.5 times minus 5. And that's going to be, let's see, minus 20 minus 2.5. So minus 22.5. Or, as Wells would like to say, minus 22.5 miles. But again, it's in the past, right? So again, Wells is big on the grammar of the problem. He'd say the grammar wasn't good in the problem. This event occurred in the past, all right? A will always be ahead of B, as it was written in the problem, by the way. Except in the past, if this did have a past to it, that would have occurred, all right? Thank you. Oh, before I go say goodbye, my name is Ron Bannon, and my email address is Bannon, which is B as in boy, the @ symbol, NNON.US. Thank you.